Hello, everybody. I'm coming back today because autumn. Because leaves are falling down and they are amazing, they are beautiful, they are very colorful. This one is old. I'm gonna place it aside because I'm not gonna use that. It does have reason. Today I'm coming with technique which hopefully will work. I didn't find any video that it's using leaves the way I want yet. Maybe it's there, but I didn't find it yet. Maybe I'm using wrong words. I will see. If I will find any video which is using the leaves the way I want, I will place it down below. This is inspired by florists. I've been watching some videos how to preserve flowers for last them longer, and I found a video where the florists, I think it's the right word, are using glycerin to preserve flowers. Uh, this one. I bought it on Amazon, this large bottle. It's mixture which can preserve your flowers, and I do believe it works same with leaves. And once they will be preserved, I want to use them for our journals. So there are leaves you can use, there are leaves you will don't want to use for this technique. Like these leaves are beautiful, they still hold their shape and they are really beautiful. Even this one, when it's ripped off here and there, it's still nice. It's not dry, it's not dissolving already. It's still nice, but this leaf, it's already too dry and it starts curling and it's just too dry already now. And this one, yeah, it's on the halfway. Maybe I can use this, but I'm not sure about that. I will see. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna dip these leaves into mix of water and that glycerin. And what I did saw in a few videos on internet from those florists, they do use mix of 1 part of glycerin on 2 parts of water. So I'm gonna start with that glycerin, and I'm gonna actually use this glass as my measurement. I'm gonna place it there. Hopefully that will be enough. I'm using, pattern of the... Oh, it's quite thick. Look at that. I actually bought glycerin because of my ink pads. Few of you suggested that I should kind of like refresh the ink or that dry ink pads with glycerin, and I did both. The glycerin, I just didn't use it for my ink pads yet. So I do have the glycerin here. I'm gonna take probably some brush and just wipe it off. So I'm gonna clean my glass from that glycerin. And I'm gonna hold my brush here because I will need to mix the glycerin with water, so this will help me. And now 2 of these glasses. It was probably somehow like this one. And 2. Yeah. Clear water. I'm gonna mix it. Okay, I think that all glycerin is gone. Oh, I'm not sure if my camera will take it, but you can actually see that glycerin on the bottom. It's quite thick. Can you see that? Oh, it's nice and thick. So I'm gonna mix that glycerin with the water. And into this mix, I will dip my leaves. I can feel that it's mixing really well. Okay. I think I'm done. It's slidey. So now I'm gonna dip into this mix all my leaves, and I will try to dip them all under the water. No leaf should be on the fresh air. All of them should be covered with this mixture. So One by one probably will be the best, because that way I will make sure that the mix will be from both sides. If I will place there at once few leaves, few leaves at once, it can make, that those leaves will get glued together, and no, this mixture will go between them. So one by one, I'm gonna dip them all. So I did dip all my leaves into this bowl, into that mixture. Now I need something very heavy and place it on the top. So I do have another bowl, and I'm gonna place it on the top. That way all my leaves will be definitely under the water. That's important. And leave them like this. Just make sure they are all of them are under the water. I may will pour a little bit of water into this as well. Yeah, this way. And I can see that no leaf is on open air, and I'm gonna leave it like this for about 5 days. In some videos, ladies said that they are leaving roses for about 2 weeks in mixture like this. It's preserving water in the flowers, and I think it will do same with the leaves. So I'm gonna, because they are flat, leaves are flat, roses are quite, bulky. So I'm thinking those 5 days week will be enough. We will see. As I said, one part of the glycerin, 2 parts of the water is in that mixture, and then leave them, I will say 5 days, 1 week for leaves. And I will come back once that week is done, and we will continue. It's 5 days later, and I'm coming with those leaves which I had dipped into that glycerin mix. I just emptied my bowl from that moisture. And here, look at these colors. And oh, it feels very strange. So, the very next step is to dry these flowers, or flowers. Yeah, that's because I watched those flowers tutorial. So, I'm gonna be using flowers, I guess. Next step is dry to these leaves. I do have here very old towel, and I'm gonna take one by one, and as much possible it will be, I'm gonna flood them and layer them one next to another one. I will also try to, if there will be too much of the liquid still, I will try to just wipe it off and leave it in the bowl. Like this. Look at these colors. It's beautiful. Wow, these colors here in that bowl, they are awesome actually. Very strange. So now I'm gonna layer all of them. I'm gonna fold my towel up. And press. So that way, hopefully, I will catch all moisture, all that liquid. And I'm gonna continue on this side and spread those other leaves. Now, when I do have them in this towel, I will leave them like this for about a day. Well, I'm gonna move them on the shelf next to me because this is my working table. So I wanna have my working table plain or empty. So if you need some space, or if you don't have clear flat space, use maybe baking tray and keep it on tray so you can move it anywhere you need until they are dry. I'm gonna leave it for about 1 day like this, and I will come back once they are all dry and settled. I am back with dry leaves, and I just realized when I started to take all these leaves out from the towel that if I will think that through early, I will place all these leaves between some fabric which I can later use as a journal cover, because they left a little bit of the color on that uh, on that towel. And I do believe if I will press it between heavy books while they are drying, it will be even more visible, and I will have uh, naturally eco-dyed fabric with those leaves. So if you will decide to do this technique to create your own um, leaf your own leaf cover, I will say definitely try to use to layer them between some fabric which you can later use as a journal cover or inside in the journal as a page. This one, it's slightly like wrinklish. Can you see that? It's not totally flat. So on this one, I think I can use iron. I will try, but that rest is beautifully dry and flat. Luckily, they all dry. Look at this. It's really beautiful. I love this one. And the most of this, I tried on few, and it does work the way I hoped it will be. Look at this. I can flat it and I can press it, and then I can still make it, bend it and press it, not flat it, bend it and press it, and then I can still make it flat. So they are very playable. They are not dry like normal leaf. When you will bend it like this, it will break, and you will have two pieces after, after these leaves will be sitting like this one, because it was sitting in that towel for 5 days. No, in that water for 5 days, in that towel for a day. Look at these colors. I love those colors actually. They are really beautiful. And I really hope that once I will place them together in some collage, that they will make really beautiful, like paper sheet, or I'm not sure, leather sheet or a fabric sheet. I'm not sure how it will looks like. I really hope it will be beautiful. So look at these leaves, and all of them, they do have still kind of like a fluid inside, but they are not. Even this one, it's folded, but it's not breaked. It's not broken, not breaked, broken. So it's still holding together. Usually that will fall apart, and you will have just small piece of that leaf. Look at this. It's really beautiful. I'm quite surprised that it did work this way. Especially, oh mine. Here you can see, look at this, how flexible these leaves are. This was folded in that towel. Okay, on this and this one I will use, no, this one is that wrinklish. Yeah, this one is that wrinklish. I will bring my iron and I will try to flat them down. Maybe this one as well, because it's slightly wrinkle. But I really love all these colors. I'm quite surprised how did they change those colors, because these leaves, they were like yellowish, not this way. Oh, see? Look at this. This is beautiful. Okay, I really love that texture. And of course, you can break them. Of course, they are not unbreakable now. Doesn't mean that they are not unbreakable, but you can't break them by folding, which it could be if they will be only dry, not preserved in that glycerin. I love those colors. I'm surprised of those colors actually. Beautiful colors. So my very next step, what I'm gonna do, here we have it glued all together. And even that, did you saw that right now? I kind of ripped this part. I pulled that to make that leaf flat, and it didn't break. It's still holding together. Surprised. I'm really pleasantly surprised how this works. So, very next step, I'm gonna bring my iron, and I will try to flat these two. And I'm gonna have a look if any of these needs iron too, but I don't think so. I think that the rest is really beautiful. This is gorgeous. I love those colors. I know they are like brownish. Usually we don't get them because of the brown color, but here for this project I especially love those browny tones. So I'm gonna move them aside, bring my iron. So I just plucked my iron. I'm gonna place it on medium, I will say medium heat, and I will see if I am able to work it through. Okay. Oh, I think I am able to iron my leaves. Look at that. It's flat. Can I break it now? Look. It's good, isn't it? For very next step, I did separate those leaves and I tried to find which are the smallest from my collection, and that's those. These are smallest, and when I tried to measure, I wanted to take one measurement which I can go through to all of them, so it will be width. I will do differently long strips, but the width of these strips I will try to create quite same, very same, similar. And what I noticed that this one, it's the smallest in the width. So I'm gonna use my ruler as my help, and I will cut all these leaves into strips which are same in the width as it's my ruler. Bigger pieces of the leaves I will actually save. Maybe I will use them, but for now I'm just gonna try to cut nice strip of this leaf, and I think here I'm gonna place it this way. Actually, look at that. I can match it with my mat, and I can have a look where I should cut. Oh, I'm guessing here. Yes. And okay, I do have, and here to have, you know, to have that width same, so I do have this small piece. This one I will try to keep for now. If I will figure it out some another project, I will use it. If not, well, I do have nice garden, so they can be there, decomposed in garden. So now all of that rest, I will try to create some strips. And it's possible that you will don't have enough leaves with this. I'm just now thinking maybe I will need to do this technique few more times to actually create collection big enough of my leaves so I can create the journal cover. You know, it is possible. Okay, I'm using here the green from my map, and here I do have this one. I do believe they will look cute next to each other. So I'm gonna continue same with these. If there will be chance to create two, like maybe here, this is nice and big leaf, so I will create more strips. Here. And here. And I do have another one. And maybe then I can mix them this way. I will see. I'm gonna continue with the rest of my leaves same way. I have separated my leaf pieces into four kind of like main colors. I do have uh, like yellowish, light brown, dark brown, and which does have a lot of greenery in it. And they are kind of ish similar size. Some of them are longer, some of them are very short. So now I will try to do collage from these pieces on my fabric piece, and I do have two pieces of fabric, so hopefully if it will go well I will have two pieces to make a cover. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my homemade glue. It's just, you know, kind of like bookbinding glue, and I'm hoping it will give me a nice stable like background, first background, and then also over like overcoat or overlayer, because we want to seal that moisture which is kept now in those leaves, and I definitely want to seal it inside. That's why I need to put a layer of glue under those leaves and then another layer of the glue over those leaves. Perfect glue for this one would be Mod Podge, definitely. If I'm not mistaken, it dries clear. You wanna use glue which does dry clear, and I'm kind of hoping my glue does dry clear. I will see. I can't overload it with that glue And right now I think I just put here too much, because I'm guessing it's same like with paper. If you will put too much glue, it will start to wrinkle, and your final result will be not too nice, I'm guessing. And I'm gonna also be choosing which strips I would love to keep on the top, which strips will be kind of like underlayer. Ah, yeah. So now, and of course I would love to try to remember that I wanna put top of the leaf on the top, like this is bottom of the leaf, so that will go down, of course. And I would love to keep these brown layers as much possibly on the top. Okay, I do have first piece, and I must say that I really hope it will stay like this. I place the coat. Oh, okay, we'll need to place it on something stable, because right now here I got unglued, which I don't like. So I need to place it on something, on some plate, so it will hold flat. And I'm gonna let it dry all these coats, and then I will add there another coat of glue. I hope this glue it's flexible. Actually, I didn't check that if it's dry, hard or flexible. That's bad. Use glue which is flexible, which you know that it's flexible, that it's not drying hard. And the best way how you will find out that you will cover maybe some piece of fabric with it or paper with it, and then let it dry. After drying, you will try to bend it, and if it's flexible, you will see that. If it will make crunches, like crunchy sound, it's not the glue you want to use. So I'm gonna let this dry and hope for the best that it will hold. I just finished second piece, which I'm gonna now let place to dry. I will probably need to flat down a few of these later. Once the glue it's kind of like more sticky, more thick, but I want to show you. Look at this. This is dry actually in the middle. I think it took about what's the time now? The flexible, I can bind it and I can play with it. See, here I need to a little bit press it down. Right now I'm gonna get up my sewing machine and I will go to sew in those lines. And look how many leaves I still have. Like a lot, guys, like a lot. I was quite surprised how many I still have. So from a bit of leaves you go like really well for a large journal. So I'm gonna clean my table, bring my sewing machine, and we will do some sewing. I'm gonna be sewing through to these layers and the straight lines. So like here on the edge, here on the edge. So I will go these straight lines and I will go on the slowest possible speed, just with straight stitching. And I placed for, I'm not sure what is it, 4 millimeters probably. Not sure if that will go well, but slow stitching. If you are good with hand stitching, this can go, this will be hand stitched as well. I'm gonna try my sewing machine. And really, just like this, I don't want to ruin it.
Few hours later.
Close look, guys, look at this. It does look like leather. I am so surprised. Make sure you will put there nice amount of glue. I'm gonna add here now again another coat of glue, because I noticed that some parts of these leaves start to get unglued when I was working through to my sewing machine with this. But I really love that. And the feel of that, it's amazing. Look at this. Oh, it's so awesome. And I'm coming to share both of these pieces. Look at that. I love it. It's so gorgeous. Here I did kind of like straight stitching. I had to help myself with strips of non-sticky foil, like this one. This is what was on the back of our sticky foam sheets in the kitchen we placed over the tiles, those foam tiles. And this was in the back. I needed to peel it off, so this film was on the back. And because I do have here 2 coats of my glue, it was a little bit sticky when I went through to my sewing machine. So on that foot got stuck here and there. So always when I was sewing, I placed these under that foot, and that foot was sliding over this. So my sewing was much easier with these strips. I did sew that very slow way, by the way. All that. And I love it. Look at this. And I have to say, really be kind of generous, not too much. Don't put there like coat like this, but be generous with coat of the glue. Here I placed a little bit more glue with this one, and look how flat it is. Here this was that first one, and here and there I can see my leaves are kind of like bubbling. So I'm wondering how long they will stay. I will see. But be generous with that glue. Let it soak through the fabric. Make sure that it will soak nicely, so it will make a beautiful back. I will try to do actually 2 covers. I do have here book blocks, 2 already made journals or like journal blocks, book blocks, which are sewn and prepared for covers. I do have a front and back page which can be glued into the cover. So I'm gonna, and I do have two of them. Oops, two of them. So I'm gonna create covers for two books if that's possible. If I will fold it on half-ish, maybe. Well, it will be probably not all the way. I will see. So first, I'm gonna actually fold it on half. Gonna have a look here, and here are last sewing strips. So I'm gonna place them together because they are kind of making marks, and I'm gonna cut my fabric right here where it's fold. And as you can see, that glycerin did a really good job because the leaves are not breaking. They fold, but they do not break. So here I'm gonna cut my fabric. I will try to cut it straight like this, and I do have front and back cover. Which way? Well, I will see. Now I'm gonna prepare a journal cover. And I do have here a piece from an old envelope, which I did cut in the size of my book block. So it can wrap my book like this. I think it's the most easy cover this way. So I'm gonna use this as the base for my cover. I also scored the spot where the spine will be, so it will be slightly flexible. And now on placing this on that piece, I think I have found in my stuff this beautiful lace, and if I'm not mistaken, this I have received from Sophie. She does have beautiful YouTube channel. I'm gonna place it down below. Go to have a look on Sophie's work, and I think that will work together really well. So I'm gonna be using over the spine this beautiful lace from Sophie. Yeah. So I'm gonna apply the glue on the front cover, which could be front cover. That will be here. I will say. And I'm using my homemade book binding glue. You can find many tutorials on YouTube. I did follow some tutorial long time ago. And that's actually still that glue I made at that time, a year ago actually. Now I'm gonna place it here. So I do have the piece placed over that front cover. I'm gonna cut this off because I don't need it here. Now I'm gonna glue that other piece here over a back cover. And I'm gonna cut off any excess of my fabric or fabric leather, leaf leather. I'm gonna cut it off and let all dry. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over, and before I will place it to dry, I can place here also the lace. So I'm thinking, yeah, somehow like this. I'm gonna cut it on half here. And I'm gonna glue one piece here and another piece right there, like this. And now I'm gonna let this dry. I think it's all dry, and now I can take my sewing machine and do sewing all around and seal that way everything what I did glued on that cardstock. All sewing done all around, and now I'm gonna add this will be front cover. So here to front cover I do have here prepared little label with stamped image, and I'm gonna place it here, yeah, just right here, a little bit close to the edge, because I do have that small open spot. So I'm gonna cover it with this label. Just gonna check the, make it straight as much as possible. And one and two. And I'm gonna add their braids. One and two. And now I can glue my book block into this cover. To protect pages inside, I'm gonna place here this film. And I'm gonna be using my homemade book binding glue again. And add nice amount of glue on this front page. And place it to my cover. Like this. Now I'm gonna put my film into the last page, right here. And now I just need to let this dry properly. I will put some weight on it and let it dry for some time. And here they are, covers which I made by using autumn leaves. I have to say that I really love it. I'm so glad it did turn out this way. It's quite awesome. The feeling of it, it's amazing. I wish I can send it somehow to you to feel it, you know, guys. It's really awesome. So if you will ever wonder where you can get some material, some really cool material for your journals. Go to have a look outside in your garden, in the park. Go to check the leaves which are laying down on the ground. They can be real treasure. And it doesn't cost much to create cover like this. It just needs a little bit more time than our usual stuff, but the result it's really amazing. And leaves preserved this way, I do believe they will last forever because they are sealed with many layers of the glue. They are preserved in that glycerin, so hopefully they will stay this way for very, very, very long time. That's all for today. I do hope I did bring you some inspiration, and hopefully you will try it. If you will try it and you will love to share what you have created with these leaves, it doesn't have to be journal cover. It can be something, I don't know, maybe some pocket, maybe handbag. I do believe it can hold all together. So if you will share your idea with me, just hashtag me in your creation. I will love to see what you did create. If you like this idea, share that with your friends, with your family. Maybe they will love to try it. You know, it's still autumn outside, although in some countries, also in Czechia, there was already snow, which is surprising. My sister told me that she was cleaning for every single day for 2 hours snow because it was quite a lot. But she's living in mountains, so there is always a lot of snow. So this is thing you can create for maybe for Christmas as a gift. Uh, yeah, thank you so much for visiting me today and spending your time with me. I hope you did enjoy it. I wish you a beautiful day. Take care of yourself, and I will come back soon. Bye.